Chuck's Guitar Geekery. Today I'm looking at the Boss AC-3 Acoustic Simulator. Now, this is a pedal people either love or they hate. I feel like there's a lot more hate on this, but I think there's a time and a place for it. Mainly this comes in handy if you want to just throw in an acoustic part here and there in the middle of an electric set, but you don't have to switch guitars mid-song or just for one song. So it's got 4 different options: a standard sounding acoustic, a jumbo, they call it enhance, I'm not quite sure what that means, and piezo, I don't know how to pronounce things, I'm dumb. So the AC-3 compared to the AC-2 also has reverb on it, and it's got a 2-band EQ low and high, or they call it body and top. And for the most part, this sounds best with either a Strat middle or any single coil neck pickup. Doesn't do so well with humbuckers, especially hot humbuckers. I'll demonstrate it at some point when I go through this, but generally I'm just on my tele neck pickup here. I'm pretty sure, I don't read literature on any of this, I just buy pedals, I plug them in, I see what happens. But I think the enhance and the piezo are really more geared towards if you have an acoustic electric with a little built-in preamp in it. It can kind of act as an additional preamp coming out of a piezo pickup on a regular acoustic electric. So I'll demonstrate that too. I'll also compare just the preamp coming out of that acoustic electric guitar with no processing from this with what this sounds like. So the way I see it, this probably is not a studio tool. If I was going to record an acoustic guitar, I would just get an acoustic guitar, but for live use, I guarantee most people in the crowd wouldn't notice the difference. There's also a line out, which is good for going straight to a mixer desk for front of house or recording. And there's also a guitar amp out, and the cool thing about it is if you have them both hooked up, when it's disengaged, the guitar amp out is going, so you can have your unaffected signal going to your electric rig. Then when you flip it on, the line out, well then you can have that routed to go to front of house. It won't go through your guitar amp at all. But if you have just the guitar amp out, it's kind of geared towards going into the front of a clean guitar amp, so I'll demonstrate that as well in here. So enough of my yakking. I think I've explained this enough. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. I really try to release at least 1 video a week, so there's always something coming out. And let's go acoustic. Okay, so now that you heard it, to me where it sounds the most convincing is if you're just strumming chords. When you try to get some like single note licks going, it really does kind of get lost. Like, those don't really jump out, you know, even if you try to use picking dynamics. So when I play solo acoustic, I really do use the 2 output features, and what I'll do is I'll have the regular line out, I'll route it to a looper pedal, which I use the DistroKid Jamman Express, and then I'll have that going straight to the PA, but then I'll also have the guitar amp out going to a modeling preamp pedal of some sort. So I'll create a loop, or when I'm singing and just playing, it'll be the acoustic sound, but then I'll create a loop, and then I'll switch to the electric sound, because when you disengage the pedal, it goes to the guitar amp out and mutes the line out, so you don't have the acoustic signal. So that way I can just solo on an electric guitar. I played at least a couple dozen gigs like that before I stopped doing solo gigs, and in a room, didn't sound bad. But I think the real downside, if you have a guitar that has any sort of like fret buzz or anything, that really jumps out when you're using this, because it really adds that high-end sizzle. To recap, if you were going into the studio and wanted to record an acoustic sound, I would use an acoustic guitar. But if you want to play live and just need an acoustic sound here and there, this is definitely a well-built Boss. They're hard to break. Grab one for yourself, see what you think. If you use one of my affiliate links to either Amazon or Reverb or eBay down below, you can help support this channel a little bit. Not just with this, but if you're going to buy anything from any of those fine purveyors of wares, it would be much appreciated around here. I'm curious to see how many of you just give this video a thumbs down because you hate this pedal. I feel like that happens a lot. Or at least I like to think it's not me people are giving the thumbs down to. It's a possibility, but I like to think it's just because they don't like the piece of gear I'm demoing. That's what I'm going to keep telling myself. That's what makes me feel better. It makes those nasty comments a little more palatable. But anyways, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, ring-a-ling the little bell that notifies you when I release a video. Until next time, cheers.